want to get into this concept of fakeness and phoniness being normal. People, I'm going to be honest, 99% of people are fake and phony about shit. Only a small percentage, maybe not even 99, but maybe, let's say 98% of people are phony and fake. Only 2% of people are what I would really call at least genuinely trying to move in a genuine direction of authenticity. Nobody can really be 100%. I mean, in some ways, we're all going to be fake in a moment or two. But I think that it may not even be just an absolute type of dividing line. It's variations. But people can be phony and fake, so much so, in this world. But only a small percentage of people are authentic people and realistic about things. You know, it's like people find themselves. I think one of the things I learned about Abraham Maslow and all the stuff he talked about was that, when he was looking at the self-actualizing people who make up the healthiest 1% of the population, that these people were special in the sense that they were authentic. I mean, I think that, I think about what Seth Godin, and I want to emphasize that name, Seth Godin, not Seth Rogen. Somebody said that. It said about, when he, in his book called All Marketers Are Liars, I think he kind of changed it and had kind of funny thing. All marketers, and he slashed that, put a line through the word liars, tell stories. And I think it's kind of cool. I like the way he his whole thing about that. But the best businesses and the most successful really are ones that are authentic. Authentic. If you're going to tell a story, tell an authentic story. An authentic story and being authentic as a person doesn't mean so much that it has to be scientifically true. It just has to be authentic to you. And that's the thing. When I am living my life, I'm an authentic person. I try as much as I can to be authentic. I shouldn't even use the word try to be authentic. When I am authentic, that means I'm just simply being Philip. That's it. I'm being Philip. I'm not being anything else. So many people in this world are not authentic in the sense that they will become whatever is necessary to fit into the crowd. If you happen to be in a room full of Republicans, you will vote Republican. If that same person goes into a room full of Democrats, you'll vote Democratic. If everybody's in favor of abortion, you're in favor of abortion. If everybody's opposed to abortion, you oppose abortion. In other words, you're more or less like a chameleon. You change and become whatever's necessary to fit in. You don't really have a real self. You don't have a real person that you are. You're just whatever is necessary to fit in. It's kind of like being what I used to refer to people like that as mercenaries. I know that mercenary had to do with military and all that stuff, but I mean it in a different way. There are people who you become whatever the highest bidders will, pay for. Whatever pays the rent, you'll be that. You'll be, like the way when I think about mercenaries, there are people who fight in wars for money. They're soldiers of fortune, mercenaries. And they will fight because they get paid to fight. They don't care about the cause. They don't care about the ideology. They don't care about what these people stand for. All they care about is that they get a paycheck. Well, in some ways, in relationships, it gets to be that way. You become whatever pays you. If it pays to be, a Republican, you'll be a Republican. If it pays to be a Democrat, you'll be a Democrat. If it pays to be a socialist, you'll be a socialist or a communist or any other ist. You just go for whatever will get you the most accolades. Usually pay isn't always money. It's that people will pat you on the back. That people will tell you you're a wonderful person. That people, it's just seeking approval, basically. You become an approval seeker. And that's all you want is just to get the approval of the crowd. If they told you to save someone from a building that was on fire, you do it because it gets the approval of the crowd. If they told you to assassinate somebody, you do that. If they told you to execute, a bunch of pregnant women, you do that. You do whatever the group told you to do. You have no real personality, so to speak. Accept that you're a chameleon. That's the only personality you get. When I think of a personality, I think of something that's stable. Something that's stable. That you are a stable person. Meaning that you don't flicker with the wind. That you are the person you are. If you, for example, see, I said something once before, and I was thinking about this whole atheist and theist issue. I'm a person who believes in God. But you know what? Here's my point. I have a lot more respect for a sincere atheist than I do for an insincere believer. I have a lot of respect for somebody like Richard Dawkins. I really do, even though I don't agree with him. I respect his sticking to his point. And I have a lot of respect for somebody like David Hume. Even on David Hume's deathbed, somebody had asked him, well, have you changed your mind? He said, no, I still believe what I believe. There's no God. That's what and that was it. He didn't change his mind on his deathbed. He just, you stick to what you stick to. Because I think if I had read an authentic account of that he had actually changed his mind, I would have lost respect for him. Not because, I believe in God, but the thing is that I have a lot more respect for someone who sticks to what they believe in and don't waver under pressure. There are a lot of people who waver under pressure. The minute they realize it's more profitable to believe, when you believe in God, for example, because it's profitable to believe in God, then I don't have any respect for you. I have no respect for people who believe in God because it's profitable. People basically, they become, it's like the Pascal's wager. It's what will pay off the most. You become nothing but a gambler. You're trying to bet on what will pay off the biggest. If you sincerely believe in God, if you genuinely thought about, see, I have a lot of respect for people who believe in God who have thought about it, who have really weighed it, who have looked at it, who have examined it, and they've, after really giving it some thought, they really have come to the conclusion as I have. You make the judgment that you do have faith in God, and it's based on having thought it over. It's not I don't like to use the word conclusion because it's not a conclusion in the true sense of the word. But you hold your position based on having really, truly thought it over. And if you're an atheist and you sincerely thought it over and you gave it some thought and you hold that position, I respect either side when they've really thought about it. But people who do it just to fit in, oh no, I have no respect for people like that. And that's the truth.